Good morning, everyone. This is Tuesday, May 10th, 2022. And today we're going to be taking a walk up North Street. As you can see, the bridges in the background here, the McDonald Bridge. And we're going to start right here, and I'm in the bus shelter. As you can see, there's no wind in here, and I got a good echo on my voice, so I must be in the bus shelter. Okay, let's go up North Street, see what's going on today. You can see we got some leaves on the bushes today, for sure. They're popping right out. The sun feels great. They say it's only 10 degrees, but when you're not in the wind, it's really good. There's a bit of a breeze, but it's at my back, kind of. Yeah, I think my back and side, but I think we'll be all right. Depends on where you're walking. But I gotta be going right up North Street, clear to the end. These sunglasses I got on, they're really strong UV protection, and I can barely see my screen. I have to keep lifting my glasses up to see if my screen's all right. It looks okay. So, but it pretty much wipes out my picture on my screen. Same as my Nest Hub. If you know what a Nest Hub is, it's a screen you can talk to do things like turn on your lights and turn on your TV and turn those things off. You just tell Google to turn on lights and all that. Well, with my sunglasses on, I can't see a thing on that screen. It wipes it right out completely. But I'm wearing my sunglasses because of my eye surgery. And I got to take it easy until make sure my eyes healed up good. It feels like it's all better, but I still got to baby it until I'm 100% there. All right, well, we're just going to stand here and wait for the walk sign, because I'm not going to try walking through there without a walk signal. I'm on the corner of Gladstone and North Street. There is the Northwood Center for seniors, long-term care for seniors. And that way is down towards downtown, the business section of Gladstone, down that way. All right, waiting for our light in our hand. There's no button here to push for hand signals, so I'm assuming it'll come on there. Yep, there we go. The walk sign. All right, let's take a nice walk up North Street and see what's going on today. I love North Street. It's got a lot of nice little shops on it. Yeah, it's a great walking street. And I love the look of those buildings right over there too. They're nice. Morning. I love to live right over here, but circumstances don't permit that. My wife works on the other side of the harbor, so we pretty near got to stay over there, because you don't want to fight traffic back and forth across the bridge to get to work every day. And sometimes there's things, accidents on the bridge. So we're going to live on the other side. That was the advice I gave in one of my videos. Said, which is the best side of the harbor to live on, Halifax or Dartmouth? We weighed it all out. It boiled down to which side you work on. That's where you should live. They're both nice in their own way. They all got their own feel to it. But It all depends on which side you work on. That's the number one thing I would say for where you're going to live. But personally, I like the North End. It's my favorite place to live, but I spend a lot of time over here. I don't live here, but I spend a lot of time up there walking around. I know the North End pretty good now. I've been walking around here for quite a while. And my wife knows the North End well because she's a courier driver over here in the North End. So, if I can get out in the street here, I'm going to kick these boxes in off the street. A little bit, anyways. Cars don't have to steer out around them. I may run into my wife when she said she had another hour before she could take a break. And she's driving around in this area, but I may or may not see her because you never know where she's going to be, right? Sometimes we meet on the street. A couple times I was walking through an intersection doing a video and she went right across in front of me. So that happens sometimes, but not always, not every day. Every day is different. Every day is different for me and every day is different for her. So. I just passed Bel Air Street, and that's a nice little residential street. It's a one-way street. You have to go up another street and come down if you're going on Bel Air Street then. See if I can straighten this lens up just a little bit. There we go. Yeah, between the sun shining on my phone and these UV glasses, I can't see anything on my screen. It's just a black screen. So hopefully it's pointed good. It feels like it is. It's nice when you're not in the intersections. That's where I get the most wind, is when I'm walking across the intersections. But right here, I'm well protected from the wind. So it looks like we're going to be able to make a video today without the problem of wind, as long as I can stay between the buildings. You watch, when I get out in this intersection, I'm going to get wind. But I'm going to stand right back in here until the light turns. When the light turns, then I'll walk out there. That way I'll avoid all the wind. There, the light's yellow. I'll be going soon then. There we go. A walk sign. On the corner of Agricola and North Street. There's lots of delivery drivers up in this area. The courier business is a big business in Halifax. It is. It's probably responsible for the employment of hundreds of people. Maybe even more than hundreds, might be thousands. Excuse me, I got something caught my throat there. As I said before, I got sinus problem, and it drips sometimes down my throat and gets me coughing and choking. So don't think I'm sick or anything like that. It's just my sinus and allergies, stuff like that. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I just walked up North Street. I've been on it several times, crisscrossing my streets and things, but to just walk right up North Street, it's been a while. This will be Roby coming up here. And we'll get a little break at the light, which is fine by me. I'm in no hurry, so a break here is good. And I'm out of the wind again. See, as long as I stay right on this side of the street, next to the buildings, there's no wind. There's some over in the intersection, but don't take long to get across. When I get up to the end where I'm going, I may come back down this way, so you'll get to see North Street from the other side coming down, because I'm eventually going to walk over to Yonge Street. But I'll end my video on North Street, because today my video is about North Street and all the streets I'm crossing, which was just Roby. If anybody new here at the North End, and you're in a place where you can't have a washer like we are, there's a laundromat right here, and a laundry right on the corner of Roby and North Street. Drop off, dry cleaning, and laundromat. So you can come there to do your laundry if you like. And I don't come here because I don't live in the North End, but we have, imagine this, here's a little thing about our building. We have 12 apartments in our building, and there's one washer and dryer in the laundry room. You imagine families, every family's got minimum of 2 people, probably 4. Some families at least 4 or 5, there's 3 in ours. And there's one washer down there for all these people, 12 apartments. So I gave up on that a long time ago because it just wasn't working. I go down there to do a couple loads of laundry, and somebody on the bottom floor figures they own that room and they just leave their clothes in it. I go down there and there's dryer was full of clothes, the washer was full of clothes, and I used to take them out and do my laundry and then put them back in. They never know I took them out. But that's a horrible way to live. You have to go down there and take out your neighbor's clothes and put them on the counter just to wash your own clothes. So we decided a long time ago, probably a couple of years ago now, that was just not working. We'd get up bright and early on Saturday morning, go to the laundromat. There's hardly anybody there. But first thing when they open, we're sitting outside before they open, and we get right in, get our laundry done, go home in the morning still early. And that works the best for us. Anyways, we're at Clifton and North Street. And you can look over and see the construction projects there on Almond. So we are very close to, if you don't know anything about the North End, we're very close to Yonge and Roby, which is a very busy intersection in the North End, probably almost about the center of the North End here, because it's very busy. Reckle is a business street too, and so are some other streets here, Gottingen, and even North Street got some coffee shops and stuff on it. But this right here is the residential part now. There's a school just up the street here a little ways, and a supermarket on the corner of Windsor Street and North. So we'll walk on up to the end of North Street, and then, like I said, we'll probably come back down. Well, I may not come down North Street. I might just take go over a block and come down a side street so you don't have to see the same thing twice. I might do that. We will decide when we get up to the end. It'll soon be 4 years we've been here. July 31st, we left Ontario. We were here August 1st. We got here about noon on the 1st of August, 4 years ago. So it'll soon be 4 years. May, June, July, August. 2.5 months. And this is Gladstone, the corner of Gladstone and North. Just down the street on Gladstone is the terminal building that's going up, and that is in the spot of the old Acadia bus lines, which is no more, I don't believe. I haven't seen Acadia bus lines in a long time. If they're still around, I don't know where they are. I don't see them. So I can only assume they don't exist. So if you're going to live in Halifax, you better have a car if you're going to go to the city, because there's a train to Montreal once, leaves once a week. It says from the station twice, as once is going up and once coming back. But it's one trip a week to Montreal. And I suppose a few stops along the way getting there. But I don't think you can catch a bus at all here. I don't know. I haven't seen any bus. There's a bus station right down beside the train station. And I haven't seen any buses there for a while, but they could be. There could be somebody operating something. But it's not great. You need a car. That's why so many cars here, because nobody wants to stay in the city all the time. They want to go places. Can't take the train, can't take the bus, so what are you going to do? You got to have a car. I am on the corner of Windsor now. Windsor and North Street. We'll just walk up to the supermarket here in case anybody never been to the Sobeys here. This is a great place to shop if you live in North End, because there's actually a couple of supermarkets over here. But this is one. Right on the corner of North and Windsor. And Windsor goes all the way over to Yonge Street. And Bears Road, it kind of changes right there. If you go and turn left, it's Bears Road. If you turn right, it's Yonge Street. But this is your Sobeys supermarket. And I'll show you where the Forum is, in case you haven't. You're new here. I always make these videos and I think of new people coming here. I know a lot of people that live here watch them, people that used to live here watch them. But for new people coming here, they might be in Ontario and they don't know Halifax and anywhere. You don't know Halifax, but you come in here. Well, now you watch this video, you'll know that there's a supermarket right here in the middle of the North End. No trouble to get your groceries. Parking is free, you don't have to pay for parking. And I think that car is trying to get across, so I better hurry and get across and get her this way. I know one thing, it's windy out here, so I'm not going to go too far up Windsor Street because it is kind of breezy up here. So I do want to show you where the Forum is, though, because you might have kids maybe interested in hockey. And it's right out here. I'll show you. It's not far. So once you go past the Sobeys, just continue north on Windsor Street, and you'll see the Forum. nice to see the blossoms on the trees. And the leaves are growing. They're small yet, but they're growing. These blossoms don't last long. That must be I don't know if it's an apple tree or a cherry tree or just a tree with blossoms. It looks like apple tree blossoms, but I'm not sure. I don't know my trees. I'm not a tree expert. I didn't grow up in the woods. I'm a city guy. I don't know about trees. Windsor Terrace runs off of Windsor Street. Windsor, I'm at the corner of Windsor and Windsor. Want to see it? Wait now, right there. Windsor and Windsor. I'm at the corner of Windsor and Windsor. Funny, huh? I think it's funny. I mean, I got a strange sense of humor, but I think it's funny. Corner of Windsor and Windsor. And that street is Wind Crest. They're really onto the wind theme here. That makes sense because the wind's always blowing up here. Well, not always. Some days in the summer it's pretty hot walking along here. We haven't reached that yet. A little bit more and we'll be to the Forum. Then I'm going to take a side street and I'll go up, then I'll cut back across to where North starts and we'll come back down and then cut across to Yonge Street. And then by that time, my wife said she's going to meet me there at 11:30. So that should be just about enough time to finish this video and meet up with her. Now, I'm on the corner of Allman and Windsor Street. And this is where the Forum is located. So, if you got kids that like interested in hockey, or maybe yourself interested in hockey, want to support the local teams. I think it's like junior hockey, but I'm not sure. Okay, I can't really say for sure, but I think it is. So right there is the Forum, the Halifax Forum, right there. And there's different things going on here. And I heard there's going to be a big, well, there's wrestling and stuff if you're interested in that, but there's going to be a big music show coming up here at the Forum. And I know personally an Elvis imitator that's going to be here, Elvis impersonator. And so anyways, that's where the Forum is. All right, so let's turn around. And I got to get across the street because I want to take a street on the other side. Oh, look at that. I just pushed the button and it changed. That's pretty good. That's amazing. I just pushed the button and usually got to wait a while after you push the button, but immediately. I got a little bit of wind, but we'll be out of that once I make a turn down here. I'm walking right into the wind right now. So I'm going to shield my microphone and speak a little louder because my hand is right over my microphone. So I got to speak up when I'm shielding my microphone. I got my hand right tight over it so the wind won't blow in it. Hopefully you can hear me okay. It's up quite high. And I'm getting some big puffs of wind right here. They're coming from the south, right directly out of the south right now is what it looks like. Wind from the south and they're blowing right in my face, but I gotta take a side street here soon. And what do you say we take Windsor and Windsor? We'll take Windsor. No, this is Windcrest. We'll go one more. We won't take Windcrest. We'll take Windsor. This is Windcrest Terrace. We'll go down another one. Hope you're enjoying our little walk around up here today. It was supposed to be going straight up North Street. Maybe I still will. I might do that, since I said I was going to go all the way up to North Street. But I took a detour here because I thought somebody might be interested in where the Halifax Forum was. So I just came over to show that. Little detour, but that's okay. So if you come across the bridge or wherever you live, if you just go straight up North Street to Windsor, make a right on Windsor, it'll take you right over to the Forum, okay? Very easy to find. There's other ways to get here, but I won't confuse you by saying several different ways. There, I'm out the wind right now. That's great. Another puff of wind. That building says it's 13 degrees out right now, so that's improvement. About 10 when I started. 13 degrees Celsius now. Yeah, there's a lot of wind right here. Passing Sobeys again, and that's Windsor. I mean, that's North Street, right on the corner of Windsor here, down here. The next intersection after this one will be North Street again. And we're getting a lot of wind right here. Yeah, we might as well just walk right down to North Street and finish our journey up North Street, I guess. Best way to do it. Then we'll take a side trip after that, just so I won't make this video too short. Because North Street is not all that long. And I don't want to just make a trip up North Street and end my video, because that'd be too short. So we'll do a couple other little things around here to fill in some time and make this video interesting for you, and you might enjoy watching it, hopefully. I can't predict that. I don't know who's all going to watch it. Some might enjoy it, some might not. I know I've watched a lot of different people's videos, and some of them I can watch all the way through, and some of them I can only take it a couple of minutes. Some of them I can watch it for halfway through, or whatever. Everybody's got their own style, so you can't compare one with another because everybody's different. What appeals to me might not appeal to you, and so on. Okay, we're back on North Street, continuing west. I have to think about it sometimes here. We're going west again on North Street. We're gonna, as I said, we're gonna walk right to the end of North Street, as far as it goes. Then we're gonna turn around. But we'll take a side street back down. That way it won't be so boring. Okay, just double checking my screen there. Had to lift my sunglasses up to see it, but these are awesome glasses. When they can block out screens, you can't see anything on it. You have to lift up your glasses to see it. That's a good pair of UV blockers. I don't know if that's what gave me the cataract, because I spend a lot of time outdoors year round, and could be, but could be just my age too. A lot of people get cataracts by the time some people's only in their 60s and they got cataract. I was lucky. I made it up to 70, so but I think I had them for a couple of years, because I got glasses 2 or 3 times, and just before I left Ontario, I could see my vision getting down a little bit again. So I decided that from now on, when I go out in the sun, I'm going to wear my UV sunglasses, and hope I don't break them. So I have to get another pair if I break them. But they usually last quite a while before they break. So we're still walking north. Let's see. I am at 6269 North Street, which looks like it used to be a store, which is no more a store. It's all closed up. Whatever was here is not a store anymore. That happens a lot of times. It happens quite frequently that stores in residential areas, they do good for a while, and then the demographic changes, and people don't need to go to that store because there's maybe something a little bigger just down the street or around the corner, so therefore there's no need for that little variety store on the corner. And that happens sometimes. They end up closing. Somebody did a good job on this carpenter job, building all these steps and verandas. Looks good. You notice every house here has got a veranda upstairs. See that? That means they must have 2 apartments in each house, and each one got a veranda upstairs so they can come out and enjoy the nice day. This one needs a little bit of work, I'd say, by the look of it. There's always seems to be one on the street, one in every block. All the houses are nice, you get down the end of this block, and there's one that's not so good. Okay, I'm at Dublin Street. I think I was on that one day. I walked up Allman, and I intersected with Dublin Street. Isn't that stone church beautiful? A nice Catholic church sitting there. Beautiful. Love the stonework in it. And the grand entranceway. And this was just redone, I think about a year or 2 ago, no more than 2. They redid all these steps, and I'm just going to stand back and show you a picture of it right from back here, okay? So you can see the whole church from back here, what it looks like, and the stairway. Isn't it beautiful? So we come this far. I always like to pass on information about churches to people. So this one is give you the times of the church. Tuesday, weekday mass times, Tuesday and Friday, 9 a.m. And you've got weekend mass at Saturday 4:30, Sunday at 9:30 a.m. Adoration Monday to Friday 9:30 to 4:30. Confessions Tuesday and Thursday 8 a.m. to 8:45. There you go. Information on the Catholic Church on North Street, the big one with all the beautiful stonework. And they got a wheelchair ramp right there too. Okay, I hope I've passed on enough information that, because people are always moving here and they don't know where things are. Well, if you watch my videos before you move here, you'll have a leg up. You'll know what's here. You'll know where to go. Know where the grocery stores are. You know where the churches are. You know where the schools are. I think that's a junior high school, I think. Because when I used to drive by here, the kids that were playing in the backyard here looked like they was young teenagers. So I think that's junior high. They may call it something else here, I don't know. It might be call it intermediate or different provinces got different names for it, but I grew up calling it junior high. So I don't know what it's called here for sure, because I didn't grow up in Nova Scotia.
Yeah, I don't want to take it.
I'm almost to the end of North Street now, and we got a little detour on the sidewalk here. We can get through it. They've given us a walkway around this. Here's a construction project going, a pretty good size. Going to be built right here on the spot. I always like construction areas because I like to see stuff being built. You probably gathered that by now that I like construction. I love looking at construction places, watching them build things. Anyways, there we go. Corner of Almond and North Street. And there's the school. You see, the kids are about 12, 13, 14, 15, maybe somewhere, something like that. 14 maybe. Yeah, probably 10 to 14, 12 to 14, I'm guessing. Probably they are. But they could be a little bit younger or older. Been a long time since I had young kids. How am I supposed to judge their age? I'm a poor judge of them now. I'm out of the loop. I'm out of the loop now. I don't have young kids anymore. I do have young grandchildren, which is why we're going to Ontario to see our little granddaughter, who will be 2 months old when we go up. All right, I'm going to stop right here, but I can't push a walk thing. I don't have one. I don't have a walk button on this side. So I will wait here. Maybe I'll get across without the walk button. We'll see. If not, I'll wait for it. And I'm getting some breeze walking south, so I'm not going to walk south very long. These two streets come out to a point right there, and then it's just one street. So we'll walk over and we'll go down the other one. And the school comes out to meets in the middle. They can have, both streets can go into the school. And then you got a little tiny park, and that's it. Then you're right into one street. Okay, this street right here is called Chebucto Road, and it goes right on up that way, and We're going to go down it now, and hopefully don't get too much wind. We're going to go down Chebucto Road to Roby. And I'm getting a lot of wind over here. I'm just wondering if I cross the street, I get blocked out a lot of that wind. I think so. That's what I'm going to try to do. Cross the street and get less wind. Okay. Cross the street, because the houses should block the wind. It's coming out of the south. So I should get some relief from the wind over here. There we go. Nice and calm again. See, that's what you have to do when you live in a windy city. When you're making videos and you don't want the wind blowing your mic, you have to find a way to do it how you can be sheltered as much as possible from the wind. So that's what I'm doing. So I am on Chebucto Road, making my way east. This street goes in the same direction almost as North Street. It's kind of parallel, but they're spread out. They spread apart a little bit right here. So north is going that way. Chebucto is going this way. And I don't think I've ever walked down Chebucto Road before. This will be a first. Somehow I overlooked Chebucto. Don't think I ever went down it or up it. This will be my first time. Yeah, the leaves are coming out on that tree, getting bigger. Nice to see them filling out on the trees, because first they're just tiny buds and they're just a little tiny leaf, which a lot of them are still in that stage. They're little tiny leaves. But for some reason, this tree here seems to have bigger leaves than some of them. What could be the reason for that? Don't know. I don't ride it, but I know the trees got more leaves on them down here. Now I got to keep an eye on the sign and make sure it is still called Chebucto when you get down here, or I haven't got another name. That's what we got to watch out for. That is called People's Park. Oh, I see. Dear City Council, that's where homeless people are choosing to pitch tents and put up those small houses. It's called People's Park. Well, that's where it is right here on the corner of Dublin and Chebucto. That's where the People's Park is. There's a lot of homeless in this city for a small city. There's a lot of homeless people here. And they're here all winter too, trying to find a place to go. And this looks like an elementary school right here. I would say. Just briefly show it to you. It's not a good idea to point your camera too long at an elementary school because there's a lot of weird people in the world and they might think that you're trying to photograph the children or something. So you have to be careful. Just a quick swipe of the lens and then keep going. And that's actually a Maritime Muslim Academy, the sign says. So it's an elementary school for Muslim children. And this right here is a dance school. Not sure what else is in here. I don't know if they could teach me anything or not. I don't know a whole lot about dancing. So I don't know. I don't know if they could do anything with me. I doubt it. And you can also learn music in here. Probably music theory. You can learn to read music. And I know a little bit of music theory, but I play an instrument, but I play a guitar. Most guitar players they play by ear. Oh, we follow the sheets for the chords and stuff like that, but most of us don't really read music. I know a little bit about it. I could read it maybe slowly, but I'm not interested in reading music because I don't really need it in the music I do. Besides, how do you write down a note? If you got your guitar plugged into an overdrive pedal and you're making it wail, how do you mark that down in music? I don't know. I'm not sure how you do that. So some things just can't be done. They're better done by ear than they are by note. How did I get on that subject? I don't know. Well, this street has led me over quite far, and I'm gonna see where I come out here. See where this comes out here. Oh, there's a lot of wind there. A whole lot of wind. We're gonna see. I'm not sure where I am. What are bearings here? Oh, Windsor Street. Okay, Windsor Street. I'm gonna go across that way. I'm gonna get down here the walkway and go that way on Windsor. All right, this way. That led us over quite a little ways. All right, so we'll wait here. Till we get a walk sign, I guess. Be on the safe side. Okay, I can walk now. So we'll see how far this Chebucto roads spread out from North Street. They were side by side when I started, but they were going at two different angles a little bit, and they spread out quite a bit before I got over here to Windsor. So what I gotta do, I'm gonna walk back to North Street, and then we'll go down North Street to Roby. And I'll probably turn my video off right there on the corner of Windsor, or corner of North and Roby. That sound good? Is that a deal? Okay. that's what we'll do. And I think by the time I get back over there, it will be a decent size video. Look at the leaves on these things over here. Wow. Maybe they're getting more sunlight here. I don't know, but they're sure growing over here. Or maybe they all popped out everywhere today. It could be just, could be that too. Jehovah's Witnesses right over there. Anybody interested in that? There it is, on Windsor Street. Windsor and Charles. I can't favor one over the other, so I gotta tell you where each one is, since I made it my calling to tell you where all the churches are. That I can't favor one over another. I gave the Anglicans a lot of press the other day showing that round church, but that was a historic site, so I had to go into details about that, the history. One day I'll give some details on another one. Show you that too. There's a lot of history in this place, this city. There's several churches that were built in 1749. It must be weird if you go places like over in the UK and you start looking at history. They probably got buildings goes back to 1049. Then maybe who knows how far back, because Canada's a young country. We weren't here building anything much before 1492 when Columbus came here. So that's not that long compared to Europe, because that's where all the settlers came from. Their history goes back to probably I don't know where it starts. It goes back a long ways. I know the Catholic Church in Rome, in the archives, have stuff that dates way back into the Bible times. That goes, like the, I don't know, 2nd, 3rd, 4th centuries, way back. They got stuff in there, in the archives, from that far back. So they got a good history. Same as the Middle East. They got a lot of history stashed away over there too. All right, we'll cross the street. We're on Windsor now. And we'll go down the street to Roby. Had to think there for a minute. Down the street to Roby. And that's where I'm going to end my video, at North Street and Roby. We're back on North Street again now. So North and Chebucto come the same direction, but they spread out. By the time you get down to Roby, they're spread out quite a bit. All I had to do was walk across the street up at the other end. But that's what they do. All right. Down North Street. And we'll have had a pretty good look at North Street today. You'll get educated on North Street. Oop. Sometimes I don't hear people coming behind me because I'm busy doing my video and I'm blocking the sidewalk. Nobody behind me now, it's all clear. There's an Ontario car. I always notice them because I was in Ontario so long. Anytime I see an Ontario plate, I notice it. Breezy right here. I'm covering up my mic again because there's a lot of wind right here. A whole lot of wind. So I got the I got the pressure right on it. Okay. Every once in a while we get one of the big puffs of wind. And I know what they sound like in the microphone. They don't sound good. Right now it's okay again. I just passed Gladstone Intersection again, and we passed that on the way up, and I just came through it. Oh, something getting stuck in my throat here. This gets busier once you get down past there because there's there's a coffee shop just down the street here, not too far. And now we're gonna win more wind, so we're trying to shelter it if we can. Sorry about that. Ah, there. I think I'm good now. And we walked by Clifton when we came up. We're headed right towards the bridge right now. I'm not going to the bridge, but the way I'm headed on North Street will take you right on the bridge. For anybody who doesn't know, North Street goes right on to the Angus MacDonald Bridge. North Street, if you stay on it, you'll go right on the bridge. Just throwing that out there for anybody that's new here, coming here, wherever you're from. Want to get on the bridge from Halifax side, you just go right down North Street and it'll take you right on the bridge. Jesse's Pizza and CHKN Chop. I'm not sure what if that means chicken or CHKN Chop. I don't know. Not sure what's in there. I've been in Java Blend. This is a nice little coffee shop right here with a couple of tables out on the sidewalk and the rest inside. Pretty much everywhere now, all the restrictions have been lifted. You don't need masks anywhere. You just go in now. I don't know what it's like in different cities, but in Halifax, it's like the virus don't exist anymore. It's faded out. Like nobody. I don't know anybody that's got COVID now. A short time ago, there was a lot of people catching it, but it didn't last long, and they all got over it, and now there's nobody catching it. Everybody's had it, I guess. I was vaccinated 3 times, and I had it, but I wasn't very sick. But that happened around Christmas time, before I had my 3rd shot. But anyways, I'm back to Roby and North Street. and this is where I'm going to end my video. I'm going to go up by the sign. Maybe I'll be out of the wind a little better because the wind's coming from behind me. I'll stand up in here and do it. No, I'll go up here. I'll go up by the bus shelter. There, that's a good place. Oh, we got to be mindful of what people might think you're doing, right? I'm on private property of the gas station. If they see me standing behind the sign doing something, they might think I'm sabotaging the sign or something. So I will do it on public property where I don't have to worry about things like that. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in. So anyways, there we are on the corner of Roby and North Street where the Shell station is. And the telephone company's right over there. All right, so with that, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, you can push that thumbs up, like sign there, and that'd be great. That'd make me feel really good to know somebody liked it, cared enough to push that. And if you're not yet a subscriber, what can I say? Please push that subscribe button. And it don't cost you anything just to push it. That will help me out. It won't help me out one push, but all added up together, it will help. So you can push that subscribe if you want to. Don't feel obligated. You don't have to. But if you want to, you can push that subscribe button. And that will be wonderful. Anyway, with that, I'm going to sign off. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are. And until next time, take care, be safe, and we'll see you all on the next video. Bye for now.